Dan Voss, 68 years old, farmed my whole life.
Bryan Voss, I'm also Palo, Iowa. I'm Dan's son, of course.
We're concerned about conservation, not just for what we do, which is important, but for the state of Iowa. It's a big task, but I think it's something. We work together, we can make progress. My father and I, we started our first field of no-till was 1988. So we're talking 35 years.
I think it's clear based on, even seeing changing practices for farmers in our area, that some of the practices are catching on. There was some no-till and strip-till in our area this last year. Farmers who wouldn't have done it a decade ago, and now they're interested in some of the practices. We planted a lot of cover crops here over the last decade. Also installed a bioreactor, saturated buffer. Those have been pretty important to our conservation practices, filtering nitrates out.
Cover crops, long-term use of them, you keep the living root in that soil essentially almost the whole year. And it supports what they call the microbiome community, little microbes that are, a lot of them are really beneficial. They involve the nutrient transfer to crops. And what happens over long-term use, your organic matter starts to go up. Because since we farmed in Iowa, tillage over a long time reduces organic matter. And if you can raise organic matter, albeit slow, you can increase the water holding capacity of the soil, which is a big deal. That helps increase organic matter. You get heavy rains, you get better water infiltration, you don't get the extent of runoff.
We've personally seen some increased production with the cover crops, so I think you stick with them for long enough. Farmers want to make money too. Well, I think you can. So there is some bottom line potential too.
Over here you can see in the corn, between the corn rows, you can see the residue. A little bit left in soybeans. Actually, you can see some from corn crop 2 years ago. That all enters into the mix. Protecting the soil. As we have raindrops hitting bare ground, it's just easier to get water running. And the residue tends to keep the ground cooler, so when the year it's hot. And then, because it slows the water down, it helps with water infiltration. It's not just an issue for my farm or the neighboring farm, it's a societal issue. Everybody on the planet should be concerned about saving soil. That's where we get our food from. Water quality, we all drink water. We use water to bathe in. It's used in our manufacturing. Cedar Rapids, Iowa, biggest grain processing city in the world. They need clean water.